Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. My name's Mark Pennine. I'm the technical manager for ARDEX Town Stone Installation Systems. Two of my colleagues to my left, Scott Carroll, business manager, ARDEX Shower Systems, and Tim Aheimer, our field marketing representative, is going to be doing the installation today. Today we're going to demonstrate our new shower systems, our foam board and foam shower pan systems. Making these shower installations much easier for our tile installers for today's different and difficult tile installations. First of all, I'm going to have Scott touch upon some of the products that we have, the shower pan as well as the board. Scott, can you tell us a little bit about the shower pan and what it's made out of?
Yeah, Mark. So the shower base is actually manufactured out of a graphite-infused polystyrene. Its original use was to manufacture coolers for organ transplants. Oh, cool. So very high R value, very little moisture penetration. So it's actually waterproof in and of itself. So it's not vapor permeable. So you can see that we've added on the ARDEX SK175 membrane to the top of it to stop any kind of vapor permeance through the top of the shower base.
Awesome. What about the drain? What's unique about our drain?
So our drain is actually now integrated into the foam, so we don't have any waterproofing done on the job site around the drain. That's actually already done for the installer in the factory. So drain is completely integrated, and we have a belt and suspenders approach using the ARDEX waterproofing technologies in the actual manufacturing process of the board.
That's really cool. Now the boards, as I notice, I can see that the boards look the same on front and back. So they're manufactured basically either way. You can use the boards front or back.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, so extruded polystyrene foam, so a little bit different than the expanded. This one is an extruded polystyrene foam. So it's actually a blown-in additive to this, where we coat it on both sides with a cementitious coating and then reinforced with fiber mesh, so that creates a consistent, the board won't wave on you.
And it's totally waterproof.
Completely waterproof.
Awesome, awesome, great. Okay, thanks, Scott. So
Absolutely.
We're going to get started with the installation. The first thing that's very important anytime you're doing a prefabricated shower pan is to make sure you're starting with a very level substrate, because the shower pan is already constructed with the pitch to the drain in the pan itself. So you want to make sure you're going over a level surface. Once you've checked that for level, now you're ready to start setting up your drain assembly. So we have a normal plumbing point drain shower assembly here. We're going to get rid of the flange. We don't need to use the flange anymore, and we're going to install our collar to the existing body of the shower drain. What we're going to do first is we're going to put a bead of our CA20P sealant around the existing drain to make sure we're getting a really good tight seal. Then we're going to take our new connection collar and put it over the existing screw holes that are in the drain and just re-screw those screws back in. The best thing to do is to use one of these drills with a ratchet on it, so you don't have to use a wrench. You always have a wrench with you, figuring out what wrench you're going to use for those screws. These ratchets work wonderful. Great. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to have some of our ARDEX X5 mixed up, and we're going to comb out the ARDEX X5 to the substrate as well as the back of the pan. Now we're going to take our drain fitting and we're just going to snap it to the back of the pan. And just make sure that the pan is embedded into the mortar well. Now we're ready to move on to installing our wallboard. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take that CA20P again, and we're going to put a bead of CA20P at the top of the shower pan where it meets the wallboard to make sure we're getting a good seal. Need your bit. And how you attach this board is with these washers and these ceramic coated screws, every 12 inches apart, 16-inch on center. Okay, now we're going to install our niche. So we're going to take the CA20P again and apply it to the 2x4s and also around the first board that we installed. Now getting ready to install our board on top of the first board, another bead of CA20P. And then we're ready for washers and screws again. So this niche, as you see, you can have without a shelf, or you can add the shelf, and you can decide where you want to place that shelf in the niche itself with either the CA20P or our ARDEX X5. Okay, now we're going to move on to the second wall. Again, following up with that CA20P, making sure there's a good seal from your pan to your wall for that change of plane. as well as in the corner. An extremely easy installation. As you can see, this is an installation where any tile installer could have his helper go in the day before, do a tear out, and actually get this shower installed. It's very simple. It's a one-man job, basically. So a couple of the other accessories we offer with the system is we have the pipe collar as well as the mixing valve collar to make sure that those penetrations are well sealed. We're not going to install them on this small installation, but they are available with the system when you buy the ARDEX shower system. One of the options for covering the screws as well as the seams on the walls is using the CA20P. We also have the SK175 seam tape if you want to do the seams with the SK175 seam tape as well with the X5. Now we do require to use the SK175 seam tape at the change of plane and corners. You must use it for reinforcement. But the seams in the board and around the niche, you can use the CA20P or the SK175 seam tape. Corner. Corner. So Tim's going to install the corner piece with the SK175 corner, inside corner. We also have the outside corners for when you meet up to the curb and over the curb. Just get it right there. So what Tim's using is using a 3/16 by 5/32 V-notch. We don't want to get a lot of mortar behind these seam tapes because you're going to actually push out the air and push out the excess mortar anyway. You want a nice tight fit to both the pan and the wall. You don't want to build up in the bottom of the pan or in the corners. You're going to need a little bit more on that tape. up on the wall. Yeah, up on the wall. You need thin set. Up on the wall. There you go. As you can see, Tim's using a putty knife to remove the excess mortar as well as get the air out from behind it. That's the best tool I feel to get this job done correctly. And of course we would do the other side as well as the corner the same exact way. So now we're going to install our curb. So how we do that is, again, we use the CA20P, and we're going to bond the CA20P to the side of the curb where it meets the wall, and we're going to put some CA20P on the shower pan side to seal them together. And now Tim's going to install some X5 with a 1/4 by 3/8 inch notch trowel to the substrate to embed the shower curb. Perfect fit. And of course then we would transition the inside of the shower pan to the curb with the SK175 seam tape and use the outside corner to complete that waterproofing installation. Now we're going to install the shower grade. What we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of CA20P to the plastic inside, and then we're going to install the flange down into that, sealing that up properly. And now your shower grade can just sit in and can be removed and put back in to clean if needed. So this is the ARDEX shower system, and we'd like to take any questions about this. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask us. Yes, sir. Yeah, so if you want to.
Yeah, it's a compression fitting, so it's an EPDM rubberized silicone that absolutely makes a compression fitting. So. Correct, yeah. Odie, Sioux Chief, you know, all the main brands.
Okay, we want to thank you for taking time on and learning a little about the ARDEX shower systems. We are at booth 3719 if you want to stop by, find out about any of our other products like our FlexBone Heat or our other uncoupling membranes. But enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you very much.